Braid. I've got you. Oof. How do I do? Well, there's the princess. I found her. Hey guys, Zack here. Welcome back to Braid. So I'm playing this on a Wednesday because everything I wanted to record today is it's working on updating. So I kind of can't play right now. But anyway, we're going up to the top here. So we unlocked the final level in the last episode, and I want to finish it off. So I guess we'll do that. Let's see how it looks. Chapter 1. In a cafe on a bright plaza, most customers sit back, feeling the warmth of the sun, enjoying their cool drinks. But not Tim. He barely notices the sun, doesn't really taste his coffee. For him, this corner affords a good view of the city, and the teetering of the passers-by, and the arc of the shop girl's hand as she displays tea to an interested gentleman. Tim hopes to see clues. That night at the cinema, fictitious adventurers lunge implausibly across the screen. The audience here is mixed. Some are patrons of the cafe, now sitting excitingly in the plush chairs, eager for another new flavor, for distractions from the boredom of their easy lives. Others seats hold fishermen and farm workers, hoping to forge their toils and rest their hands. Tim is here too, but he is scrutinizing the gloss on the lips of the screen, measuring the angle of the plume in the distant helicopter crash. He thinks he discerns a message. When the cinema closes and most of the audience strolls down the plaza toward the south, Tim goes north. People like Tim seem to live oppositely from the other residents of the city, tide and riptide, flowing against each other. Tim wants, like nothing else, to find the princess, to know her at last. For Tim, this would be momentous, sparking an intense light that embraces the world, a light that reveals the secrets long kept from us, that illuminates or materializes a final palace we can exist in peace. But how would this be perceived by the other residents of the city, in the world that flows contrariwise? The light would be intense and warm at the beginning, but then flicker down to nothing, taking the castle with it. It would be like burning down the place we've all called home, where we played so innocently as children, destroying all hope and safety forever. Huh. Alright. Time is flowing backwards. Alright. I'm already confused. There's no puzzle pieces. Huh. Alright, well, time to move on. I can unkill them. Not entirely sure how that works, but I can unkill them. They're basically invincible. Alright. Well, it's not very long. There we go. Hmm. I gotta follow you up. Well, also, it's very stormy out here. Okay, there we go. Braid. I've got you. Oof. How do I do? Well, there's the princess. I found her. How do I do? Huh. Come down here. Oh. Ah. I don't understand. Well, I do, but I don't. There we go. Hurry, 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 hurry. There we go. There we go. There we go. How? Okay, oh. There we go. Oh. Okay. Hurry up. Hurry up, Tim. Hurry, 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 hurry. There we go. Um... What? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just watching in utter disbelief. She was running from Tim. Epilogue. There's nothing in these. The boy called for the girl to follow him and he took her hand. He would protect her. They would make a way through this oppressive castle, fighting off creatures made of smoke and doubt, escaping to a life of freedom. The boy wanted to protect the girl. He held her hand, or put his arm around her shoulders in a walking embrace, to help her feel supported and close to him amid the impersonal thoughts of Manhattan. They turned and made their way towards Canal Street subway straight and picked a path through the jostling crowd. Oh. He worked his ruler and his compass. He inferred, he deducted, he scrutinized the fall of an apple, the twisting of metal orbs hanging from a thread. He searched for the princess, and he would not stop until he found her, for he was hungry. He cut rats into pieces to examine their brains, and planted tungsten posts into skulls of water-starved monkeys. What the... Tim! He scrutinized the fall of an apple, the twisting of metal orbs hanging from a thread. Through these clues, he would find the princess to see her face. After an especially fervent night of tinkering, he knelt behind a bunker in the desert. He held a piece of Walter's glass up to his eyes and waited. On that moment hung eternity. Time stood still. Space contracted to a pinpoint. It was as though the earth had opened and the sky split. One felt as though he had been privileged to witness the birth of the world. Someone near him said, "It worked." Someone else said, "Now we're all sons of bitches." Oh! Okay, I think I know exactly what happened. The candy store. Everything he wanted was on the opposite side of that pink glass. The store was decorated in bright colors, and the scents wafting out drove him crazy. He tried to rush for the door to get closer to the glass, but he couldn't. She held him back with great strength. Why would she hold him back? How might he break free of her grasp? He considered violence. Tim, what the hell have you done? He cannot say he has understood all this. Possibly he's more confused now than ever. But all these moments he's contemplated. Something has occurred. The moment feels substantial in his mind like stones. Kneeling, reaching down toward the closest one, running his hands across it, he finds it smooth and slightly cold. He tests the stone's weight. He finds he can lift it and the others too. He can fit them together to create a foundation, an embankment, a castle. To build a castle of appropriate size, he will need a great many stones, but what he's got now feels like an acceptable start. Okay. Okay. What? Okay, so from what I'm understanding, from what I'm picking up, Tim worked on the Manhattan Project, which, if you don't know, was America's first test at the nuclear bomb. And also that the princess was never actually okay. And also that there was never actually a princess, and that the princess was actually afraid of him. So the princess never actually existed, but he thought that the princess was like this. The princess wasn't so much a princess as it was a concept. He wanted. That's trippy. Yeah, I'm starting to think that Jonathan Blow might be a genius or a madman, because I've played both of his games now. Both have left me equally confused as to what the ending actually means. From what I'm getting, gonna pause it and zoom in on my face. Okay, so from what I'm getting, the princess was never actually a princess. There never was such a person. He chased up. He was obsessed with finding the princess, but the princess itself was just the concept of him creating the nuclear bomb, and that was his mistake that he made. So the princess was never actually a person. That should be stated outright. The princess was never a person, never was going to be a person, never will be a person. It was his idea. Was that the idea behind this? Is that he was pursuing the nuclear bomb this entire time, and he eventually found it, quote unquote, the princess, which is what the fire at the end was. He wanted to create. He kind of drove him mad after he realized that what he had done was very, very dangerous, and that was his mistake. It cost him his princess, and has kind of destroyed the world in the process. That's kind of crazy. So, I mean, I'm obviously missing something. This game has been the ending to this game, I should mention, has been debated a bit, and I can see why. It is very confusing and very hard to get grips around, but from what I can tell, he worked on the Manhattan Project because the lines toward the end were the lines uttered when the first nuclear bomb fell. So it's clear that the princess is supposed to represent the nuclear bomb. That's my takeaway from it. The princess is supposed to represent the nuclear bomb and Tim's blind pursuit of it, and that she never actually was a person. And also the fact that the princess was afraid of him shows that he wasn't kind of in the rightest of mind. He wasn't exactly the sound. He didn't exactly have as much sound logic behind it, so he didn't really understand that it was never a person. It was always he didn't. I think he just kind of lost his mind a little bit because it seems like he's dealing with the remorse for what he's done, which is that he set off the nuclear bomb and hurt a lot of people. Yeah, he was responsible for creating the nuclear bomb, which in turn robbed a lot of people of their castle and princess, and in turn he just messed up a whole lot of people's lives. That's what I'm assuming it is, given that the final achievement was called Closure. I might be somewhat wrong, but I feel like I'm right that there was never a princess. He was never pursuing a princess. He was always pursuing nuclear weapons. And he could never truly save the princess. That is, yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm starting to think you need to be a genius to understand Jonathan Blow's games, because I didn't understand the Witness when I played that. Then I found out later I got the endings wrong, and that it's actually supposed to be Jonathan Blow having an existential crisis. But yeah, this game is very very debated. I can understand why people have been debating the ending to this game. So yeah, I don't know what to say except that thank you for watching. I'm sorry I'm kind of just tripping out of my mind here because I'm trying to piece together what happened, what this ending actually means. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. Jonathan Blow has never actually stated what the ending is supposed to mean. And Jonathan Blow has made the endings very vague on purpose. And now I'm just looking forward to whatever he decides to make next, because it's been a while since he made The Witness, and I have no idea what he's going to make next. But that was... yeah. That was crazy. But anyway, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. So thank you guys so much for watching this series. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and on Twitter in the description below. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!